But also, didn't you tell me that you actually did take the Zovirax for like a very short
I
amount of
did,
time?
I did, because when I was in my trip, and I saw that this happened, and I recognized it as shingles.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had Zovirax, and they gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
So I took it maybe for the first week until I came home, and then when I decided to do
Ozone?
the ozone, I was advised that if I would do the ozone, better not to take the Zovirax, because the ozone might intensify the side effects of drugs.
Uh-huh.
So I had to make the choice at that time: stay with one or stay with the other.
Didn't you tell me that the Zovirax was making your legs feel bloated, swollen?
No.
No? It was okay. Okay, sorry. Um, okay, so right now, how would you describe? How would you gauge your level of energy from
Well,
0
who
to?
knows what level of energy is anymore? I don't know. But right now I feel good. I have good energy. The shingles disappeared. For a while after it was gone, I still was having some numbness in my leg.
Mm-hmm.
That was bothering me, and now that went down almost to nothing, where I don't even think about it, and there's still a little bit of it, but it's 90% better.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been doing the ozone at the moment, but what I've been doing is drinking food grade peroxide, where you put 10, 15, 20 drops in a glass of water, and I drink it in in an empty stomach in the morning, almost every day, not every day. And from what I understand, that has the same effect as the ozone.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, I'm continuing my own ozone therapy. And that, I think what it does is it oxygenates your system, and the bad bacteria and viruses don't live in oxygenated mediums. So basically, they run away. I just had a herpes in my lip last week. Maybe I'm still detoxing. But other than that, I've been feeling well. So I think the combination of ozone and the paleo diet worked. And
So basically, within, I think it was less than 2 months.
about 2
yes?
months.
And during which you were doing like ozone 3 times a week,
Yeah.
alternating between saunas and direct IVs.
Yeah, it was recommended for the skin issues, the saunas, but the sauna I found very painful, so I decided to mix it up. I didn't like the sauna because it was, uncomfortable.
And so and then you changed the diet, which you think might have contributed to.
I think the diet contributed because from what I read and from what I understand, even though I was a vegetarian for like many, many years, and my diet was mainly vegetables and grains, I started reading and finding out that grains and flours create a lot of inflammation. They're hard to digest. So I decided to give it a try. And I did almost a 180 because I hadn't eaten much meat, or a 90, I don't know, or a 360.
180.
180. And so the first thing that happened is that I lost weight. And that was a little scary because I'm not very big to begin with. So, but now I think I normalized myself. Now I feel like I'm back into myself, and I still continue the diet. Do I go to a social event and they're serving pizza? Yes, I ate it, so I'm not fanatic about it. But mainly my diet consists of a protein, meat, animal protein, some sort of meat, eggs, raw milk products like cheese and yogurt or kefir, and fruit,
And vegetables. And vegetables.
Lots of vegetables and also honey because I happen to have a beehive.
It's raw honey.
So it's my own honey, which I trust as being raw and local, and I believe in the benefits. So even though sugar is not exactly a good thing,
it's probably
and honey has sugar, I still believe in the power of my own honey. So I consume that.
Okay. All right. So, no, one more thing real quick. Okay, when you started doing ozone and you started going through the Herxheimer reaction, right? When you started
The what reaction?
Herxheimer or reaction
Cleansing.
or cleansing reaction, did that scare you?
Yes, but because I had a history of doing alternative treatments and of going through diets and of testing different things, I was aware of the phenomenon of the cleansing reactions, and so it wasn't like a complete shock. It was a shock that it was so violent in the shape of the shingles, but I'm not even sure 100% that those shingles were a cleansing reaction. Maybe the shingles were the shingles, and it coincided.
Right.
I don't know. I cannot say. So,
Okay. So you were familiar with the mechanism of the cleansing
Yes.
reaction.
I'm also familiar with the idea that diets and like fasting or changing diets or treatments have to be done slowly because otherwise one experiences violent reactions. But I wasn't doing anything extreme. I was, I did a couple of treatments before I went on my trip, and then it hit me on the trip.
Yeah.
So it could have been something that had nothing to do with it. But definitely, I think that the ozone and the diet helped me heal without the use of medicine, of traditional medicine. In other words, it helped me build up my immune system to overcome the virus, the herpes, the shingles, the low energy, whatever I was going through, and get back to
be able to function.
To be healthy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I'm happy with that because I prefer that, even though one has to go through the process. I feel that it's a cleaner, more holistic way rather than covering up by killing it and not dealing with the full consequences. So I'm pleased. We're very, very pleased.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you think there's anything else that we forgot to mention that we should mention?
No. I think that whoever listens to this, just follow your own instinct, and hopefully you run into the proper people that guide you in the right way, and you trust and do what's best for you. That's it.
All right. So you agree with this being posted on YouTube for others to see? All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.